Goeiedag! Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. You know, when you talk about a white civilization, you talk about a civilization that is based on secure foundations, with probably the economy being the bedrock of that civilization. But when you talk about some of these colonies that countries like Britain, Belgium, France, Germany, etc., left Africa in, they've all kind of degenerated. And the whole basis of the success of white colonization and countries like America, countries like Europe, countries like Australia, New Zealand, etc., are all based on a found economy. And what has happened in South Africa is that BEE has completely destroyed that economy, because you've got incompetent and corrupt people running those positions. They've been pushed into other positions when they're caught out being corrupt. They're never taken to court. The whole thing is a complete charade. Now, why am I saying this? Because just north of Beitbridge, which is the northern side of central southern Africa, is a country called Zimbabwe. We've all heard of. Zimbabwe is in so much financial strife right now that they can't even import wheat to make bread. And there's one wonderful old saying, and that is that, you know, you can't eat a banknote. You can't eat a coin. They're symbols of wealth or the ability to go and buy something. But when you destroy that, which Zimbabwe has done already, as you know, and South Africa is well on the way to doing the same thing, you know, it's not even worth using as toilet paper. You might as well use it to light up a fire, because those banknotes will be worthless. And countries like Venezuela, which is communist, Zimbabwe, which is communist, in recent years have demonstrated that reality. So, what's the story all about? Let me tell you. On Friday, state media reported that the armed robbers held up bread van while it made deliveries to a shopping centre in Harare's Glen Norah suburb. And they weren't going after the cash, guys. They were not going after the cash. Guess what they were going after? Because bread is in such short supply right now. As severe bread shortages are gripping Zimbabwe, it's been reported that armed robbers held up a bread delivery van in Harare and got away with hundreds of loaves of bread. Shortage of foreign currency needed to import wheat were behind the latest shortages. On Friday, state media reported that the armed robbers held up the bread van while it made deliveries to a shopping centre in Harare's Glen Norah suburb. The gang, armed with pistols, overpowered the drivers and got away with 500 loaves of bread. They weren't interested in going after the money. You can't eat the money. But bread you can eat. Bread is very scarce at the moment in Zimbabwe and is reportedly fetching high prices on the informal market. Musarara, the head of the Miller Association, said this week that $7 million had been released by the central bank to import wheat stored in Beira. He said this would be enough to last the country for just over 2 weeks. Zimbabwe is in a state of absolute crisis. Now, we know how many tens of millions of people have flooded into South Africa over the last 10 years to get out of north of South Africa. when Zimbabwe doesn't have bread, you can expect a huge influx of more Zimbabweans and other people coming into South Africa. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a blood clot, where the blood goes to the lowest possible point and it just coagulates there and it just gets nasty. And that's what's happening right now in South Africa, because they've got open borders, people just flood in from the north. This is why the local black Africans are having such an issue with the Africans, the black Africans who came up or came down from the north into South Africa, because they claim they're taking their jobs, they're taking their livelihood, they're taking everything from them. It is a complete mess, and we are working on solutions to get the minority groups, including the white population of South Africa, out of that country, because it is going to hell in a basket. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, ring the bell for the updates, and have a great day. Bye for now.